creating a component class with two private members, name and val, right? Then, because these variables are private, they're not available on the outside world, we have to create two public member functions, component and info. Now, the component function make public these private member variables, and then the info function make them accessible to the outside world. And then we created object here, and then we call them here. In this way, we demonstrated the usage of classes, object, and encapsulation. The tutorial link is on the description box below for those who haven't watched it yet. This tutorial so that you can grasp some of these important concepts of C++. And if you find this tutorial useful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to CMTEQ channel. That will be highly appreciated. And also don't forget to support CMTEQ channel by sharing this tutorial. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and implement an abstract class or abstraction into our existing code here. So what is an abstract class? Well, to answer your question, an abstract class is simply a class that is specifically designed to be used as a base class. So that means there will be other classes in your C++ code that must inherit from that class, which is the base class, the abstract class. So that automatically also implement inheritance. So this means you cannot implement abstraction without inheritance. So we'll be shooting two birds with one stone here. We will implement an abstract class and it will also give us the inheritance features. So to create an abstract class, I'm going to go ahead and copy this normal inherit from the abstract class. We need to insert or include the keyword public. So to do that, I'm going to go ahead and add the keyword public and inherit from the component class. Now notice that this non-abstract class is still going to return its private members here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add another variable of type string, and I'm going to call it circuit, right? And I'm going to go ahead and change this name as well so that it can match the class name. So electronics, now you can see the error is gone. We still have to fix here because now we cannot create object using the component class, right? Because the component class does not exist anymore. The class with the name component is not a normal class. It's an abstract class, so we cannot create object with it. So now we can only create object with our electronics class here. Now let's go ahead and first fix the problem here. Now we know that the electronics class here got three private variables, so which means the public function electronics, right, are inheriting from the abstract class, the base class. So now all we have to do now is to basically create object here so that we can call our concrete class, and hopefully there's not going to be some major error in this program. So let's come to our main function. Since we no longer have a components class that we can create object, let's change that to our now class that we can create object, which is the electronics class. So I'm going to copy there and paste here, right, and here as well. Okay, then we need to change this object here to electronics 1, and we're going to do exactly the same thing here on our second object here. Hopefully this is still going to make sense to us, and we're going to change that to object number 2, and the way we're going to call it is exactly the same way we did here. So it's going to be electronics 1 dot info and electronics 2 dot info, because this function here that is inheriting from the virtual function haven't clear some space there on it is, right, there and here. something like that. So that is it, guys. This is how you basically implement your abstractions and inheritance. Now this tutorial is getting a bit too long here. I'm going to stop it, right? This is a 15 microfarad capacitor. It is part of an electronics circuit, right? So we've successfully implemented classes, object, encapsulation, abstractions, and inheritance in these electronic component classes here.